Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. The doctor is in. And oh my goodness, my mic sounds a little bit louder than usual. Give me a moment here. Let's see. Opening. Thank you for the honk. I will find out who that was in just a moment. There we go. There. Okay. That's better. Apologies. Wait, it still seems like it's... Let me see what happens when I unplug it and plug it back in. No, I can still hear myself way too much. Why is it doing this? Okay, and thank you for the lurk, Edfan. Thank you for the honk, Wild Talon. Apologies, I updated my computer, and it apparently has screwed with my audio settings. Yeah, because this is picking up way more noise than it usually does. There we go. Solved the problem. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get started now that we've thoroughly used up your patience and goodwill. Oh, right. It helps if I actually click into the game. Duh. That's self-deprecating humor. And thank you for the lyric, Wild Talon. Appreciate it. All right. I need to hydrate real quick, so bear with me here. Okay. Yeah, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you.
Thanks, but wait, tricked?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, I guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you and haunt you.
Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia?
Yeah, do you remember her, Pearlie? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow!
I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Excalibur. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay?
Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Hey, Luna, thanks for joining. How goes it? We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lore there broke the door down. We rushed into the room. Good, finishing up my Secret Santa gift for the Rangers. My hand hurts. Ouch. Good luck with that. Hope your hand starts feeling better soon. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course, it's short for you reckon? Of course it did. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. Thank you, Luna. I don't remember if I said that already.
It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room.
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'll clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. You are probably right, but let me take a look here. There is going to be... Oh, right. Keep forgetting, this is Xbox 360 controller, not a Switch controller. Okay, not 360. Sorry, just an Xbox controller in general. Let's see here. Yeah, she's facing the screen. I think that we established that the victim was supposed to be on the opposite side, although I could be wrong. It's been a week, so I've slept since then. Alright, so let's go ahead and press. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Ugh. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room.
Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client.
Doc was facing the other way, and Maya was by the screen, which is on the other side of the room. Okay, yeah, that seems to be about right. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot.
And why are we here listening to the defense testify?
And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. Continuity nod. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Why was the body also moved? Good question. Now this is where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. We rushed into the room. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing, that was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see.
The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Lotta, please, think back to that day one more time. But what you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room. I was murdered. Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? That gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see...
Order! Miss Hart, you're here to present accurate testimony.
Sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Oh, an intimidation rolled to 20, are you trying to say? Exactly. Rats. And I'm trapped like one. Again. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? There was no one else in there, and you know it. Channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rec given? What in the... Rec given, you know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
But what? You got a problem?
Rec given, I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. You would stop saying such... Ow!
Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? Just as I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth.
Enough! It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey.
The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant.
What am I gonna do if I just let this go?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say.
If I make one wrong move, I'm gonna have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Do I have evidence? Wait, Well, the bloodstains are on the front, so that doesn't help us. That's Lotta's photo. Let's take a look at the floor plans. There's a folding screen. What about the profiles? Does that help at all? Two shots fired, bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Stabbed in chest, then shot at point blank. Oh. Maybe... No. I don't know. Let's try can't present anything yet.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument.
That's enough!
Is this it? Is this all I could do?
I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible.
I told you. Totally 100% impossible.
Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume?
I couldn't protect Maya. The defense... The defense... Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But pearls! Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! I was murdered. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see, there is one final piece of this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination had already ended. Furthermore,
It's fine, I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But, I mean, I have some place I must go after this. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony.
Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was, kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Nothing sounds different from before.
Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. So what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person.
A different person?
She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear.
Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else?
I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Eh? Well, I reckon that's possible. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Ow! Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? Okay, fourth statement was, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Alright, let's give it a shot. 2, right? Two what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots.
But only one has been submitted as evidence.
Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I mean, I know it can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself.
Why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious that prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it? But what? Von Karma?
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence?
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well, yes.
Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it.
What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this?
This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Well, I'm gonna drop the issue because that's ridiculous. I mean, it's no good. We've been through this so many times.
This is not like you, Mr. Wright. Why are you not objecting? The person in this photo is clearly not the defendant, and yet...
There is no way he can raise an objection and hope to live.
Explain yourself.
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. But what is she... From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't even have a single witty line. It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Well, this is, I mean, that's the victim that she was channeling, so... Seems to be cut and dry, doesn't it? But if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that this person in this picture is not Maya? Your Honor!
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Yes, you saw it! Awesome! Perfect.
A contradiction?
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture, then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture for the court? That would be the right sleeve. Well, right from my perspective, anyway.
Take that!
Please direct your attention here.
To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
Alright, this should do some major damage to your argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor, I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. We got we got Phoenix fans in the chat. Awesome.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, all right? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. There's only one explanation for why there's no hole in the sleeve in this picture. Oh no. The hole was created much later after the murder took place.
After the murder?
Hey! Those two gunshots we heard were before we broke in, or did you forget? Is that how it went? The pistol fired only 2 shots, no more, no less.
You do know how to count, right?
Phoenix, what are you doing? Try it one more time. Yes, Chief. Okay, only one logical explanation for the contradiction. There we go. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What?
Order! 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 If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial.
Ow! That! Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness! What the heck? Is there any way to ask Gal a favor? Be quiet, you! You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in the picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? Especially when she's dead. To turn things around. That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true...
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. What? That's a... I don't realize that I need evidence for this. Oh, yes. Please take a good look at this.
Okay.
I've already seen it. Thank you.
And what is the purpose of this item?
Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you are doing.
I think it's the court that should be sighing at you, Mr. Wright.
Ouch, that stung. Let's think it over again. I think the way I'm going about all this is wrong. I have to start over and try to think about things in a different manner. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true, do I have evidence to prove that, though? That is the question. We've got Lotta's photo. That doesn't really prove anything. Maya's clothes. Yeah, okay, the key should probably be able to prove that Maya had left the room. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room.
There. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the room from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she hadn't, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No!
It seems we've come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't you think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summon my sis?
Yes, I felt I had no choice.
Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room.
And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you.
I envy the two of you.
Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. All right, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A ticket?
Poor thing, so sheltered.
Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick.
You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway.
I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man...
She definitely didn't.
Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person.
Yes, Pearls.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. So what did you think of seeing your first trial?
I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before.
Oh.
And Mystic Maya looked so small and helpless.
Well, Maya's already naturally short, so...
And then with that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes,
Roughly? Oh, she means Francisco.
she had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm gonna tell her what I think of her tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world.
Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya?
Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent, all they care about is if they win.
That's terrible. But she's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right?
There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually.
Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgeworth?
That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore.
Huh?
He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it.
Oh, that's too bad.
By the way,
Yes, what is it?
you wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you?
But why are you asking me?
No, I was just thinking earlier.
I didn't see anything.
She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened?
Ah! But what I was doing? I wasn't doing anything.
She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Ah!
I guess you can see through my lie, huh?
Yeah, clearly.
I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, except I can't exactly pry the truth out from her without evidence, so... To the meditation room. That's what it sounds like. Of course, I mean, he could have faked his death. Don't know why. It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today. But I guess it's already over. Anybody in here? Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? It looks like she's talking to a picture. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the... You think that could make sense, but there needs to be probable cause to do that? Alright, well, thank you for staying around, Wild Talon, and you have a good evening. Talk to you later. Getting creepy murders vibes? Yeah, it does seem a little suspicious, but she was out in the lobby with us, so I don't exactly see how she could have done it. Who's there? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. What if she paid someone? Could be. Just curious, but that picture you were just looking at. Oh, today was that event, was it not, good sir? I heard you did well. Oh, yes, thank you.
I'm terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement as I had to watch over the trainees' training today.
I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about that picture.
All because the master can't be here with us, you understand? And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself must do this.
You think it was the initial victim's sister who did it? I mean, that could be. I don't think we've seen her with her eyes open, so who knows what they're shaped like when they're open. Have you remembered anything about the murderer?
No, I told you everything I know already.
Were you in this room the whole time Lotta and I went to call the police?
Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward.
You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen?
I would like to say more did, however, that is all that occurred.
I was really hoping for some new info.
I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes.
Could you possibly be more patronizing? So do the students train every day?
Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course. However...
And I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training?
Mr. Wright!
Yes. Wow, she got real scared real fast.
How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl.
Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry. Mystic Pearl, isn't that going a little bit too far?
Next question, please.
Ah, man, she is being a pain in the butt about this.
Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir.
The Master is, Maya's mother, right?
Mystic Misty. She's a brilliant medium.
You say she could be a villain behind it all. She's got the brains and slick tactics and speech in society. Yes, that she does. And where is she now?
We are not sure.
Not sure?
About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit. And after that, she simply disappeared.
Generally how these things work is you have to have picked up some evidence that day already for the Nagatama to have any effect.
I don't believe she will return to this village in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village.
Erased?
A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead.
Oh, I see.
And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Karine Village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid...
I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there.
Well...
Of course, she can't become master because she has no spiritual power of her own. Looks like there's no one here. Even though the weather's gorgeous today, it's raining inside my heart. It's a really old urn. There are the ashes of a person long dead inside. Looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. It's a small incinerator. Jealousy is very addictive to murder. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this, so every family has to burn their own trash. Can I try? I don't think the key will break the psyche lock. I don't think it will either, so that's why I'm trying to get more evidence first. Besides, I haven't talked to everyone yet. The bedding is all laid out today, too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. Okay, looks like we're going back to the Winding Way. And back to the meditation room. Alright, so we will go ahead and try and break the psyche lock. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay?
But what if I can't just tell you what happened?
Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound?
What? You can do that?
You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you?
Yes.
Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? You were here, weren't you, Pearls, in the Winding Way?
Oh, wow, you got it.
So, do you think you can tell me now?
I'm sorry, not yet.
Oh, man, oh, man. All right, what next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing there.
Do you really know that much?
Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearls was doing in the Winding Way? So?
I feel just a little better.
Huh?
You are a lawyer, but you're also still just a person, after all.
Even if he is a lawyer, he's still a person. Sorry, I'll get it right this time. Okay, I think I know what you were doing there.
Do you really know that much?
Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Well, it means we failed that particular one. And what was it Pearls was doing in the Winding Way? I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Alright, let's see. I guess I can go to the detention center. I did just present the key. It didn't work. Oh, just present the key outside of the psyche lock, you mean? That's an option. My, I'm still being questioning. Should probably be done a little bit, so I'll come back later. Okay, so... About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right?
Yes.
Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this?
I found it in the incinerator.
The incinerator? Was she talking about the one in the garden?
The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek.
When was that?
It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick?
Yes? Pardon me.
Are you going to tell my mother?
Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did?
Yes, if she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking.
Ah, gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. Thank you for that, because I completely forgot that presenting evidence to people without them being a part of the psyche locks were a thing. Was a thing. Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Oh, looks like they've noticed me. And are now running at top speed towards me.
Oh, hey!
Like, you're that dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Ooh, like, real suave. So it's like my turn. It's nice to see you too. Usually people run away from a scene of a crime. That's true. So what's up? You're all out of breath. Like, huh? Oh, like, you mean... Like, I'm just totally happy and, like, totally excited to be here. Excited? Like, I mean, there are so many things to, like, see. It's, like, the real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, like, that urn over there. Do you, like, know about it? Hold on. Something's wrong here. Why is that not making a sound? Advanced audio properties. Event alerts. Why is it not playing? That's weird. Okay, so the sound alerts are playing, but they're not making sound right now. Which is really strange because it was working just fine when somebody honked earlier. Maybe it's just a problem with the channel point redemption versions of them. Okay, where was I? Sorry. Where was I? Here we go. For example, like that urn over there. Do you like know about it? It's the pot of greed, you said? All I see is an old cracked piece of pottery. Well, I guess I'll examine it closer. I can't do that, can I? That's right. Pearl said she found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still. So someone tried to burn this. And this key was also found in there. I get the feeling this incinerator played a crucial part in this murder. Alright. Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. Didn't know that. And like, it's sealed inside that urn. What are you talking about? Like, you know, Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Who's that? Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Karine channeling technique was Mystic Amy. You don't have to get upset with me. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Faye family will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic, huh? That urn is really as important as she says. It could be a vital clue. Eni, I want to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Like, come on, what a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing. Oh yeah, you only introduced Dr. Great at Karine Village. No relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like, why? You think, like, it's got something to, like, do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Oh, hello. Psyche Lux? Like, what is it? It looks like I'm gonna need something to pry your mouth open on this one. Okay, let's see. Examine. So there's a spirit in this urn, huh? All I see are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in the space between the cracks. Looks like something's written on it. I am. Huh? Weird. Like, I'm really sorry, but, and I know you, like, you totally had your heart set on it, but I can't, like, take it. Who said anything about giving this to you? Okay, same thing. Wow, so, like, the Karine technique is the real deal. I'm gonna, like, have to write about it in, like, my report for school. Hey, so, like, you'll give me this picture for, like, the report, right? No way! Alright, let's, try the side room again. Nope, nothing here yet. Back to Winding Way. Apologies, Reeve. The sound alert doesn't seem to be working quite correctly right now, so... Let me see here. I know it was working earlier. Let me just try a random sound alert from the board itself. Weird. Oh, you know what probably happened? It probably was because I changed the default speakers. And, well, this was... So if I think what'll happen, or what I can do, if I turn the event alerts off entirely, and then if I turn them back on... Oh. I also forgot to do the same thing to the sound alerts, no wonder.
Hello there.
There we go. Now they're working again. My goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Back to the meditation room. Back to Karine Village. Gonna present these things to her. I'm sure it's helpful to you in some way, but I'm still in training, so I don't know anything about it. I'm really deeply sorry. No, it's okay. I shouldn't have shown you something so trivial anyway. Thank you, Luna. This feels so weird talking to a kid like this. I'm
sure it's helpful to you in some way, but I'm still in training, so I don't know anything about it. I'm really deeply sorry.
No, it's okay. Anyway. Okay. Let me check the detention center. Maybe Maya's done with her questioning.
Hey, Nick, I've been waiting.
She looks so helpless.
So, how was it? What did you find out?
Well, I found a few things.
Is it so bad you can't even look me in the eye?
I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble.
So how was it? Today's trial, I mean.
You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I thought it would make a great Hollywood movie.
Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on this trial. We're gonna win this, Maya.
Thanks a lot, really.
Ironically, the only thing that they made into a movie was the first game, and that was not a Hollywood adaptation in the slightest. Thank God.
Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it?
Of course not. You're completely innocent.
If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in the room with the two of us, right?
Well, did you check behind the folding screen?
I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there.
That's exactly what Lada said, too.
Nick? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray?
Because of something Mia told me.
My sis? What did she tell you?
She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you.
Now that you mention it... Oh, wait, then I really am?
You're not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Netflix adaptation Phoenix works in divorce court. Yeah, and Mia's his ex-wife.
Drugged?
I think this was his plan from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray.
That's...
I want to ask you something about Pearls.
Pearly? What about her?
No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder.
Huh? But wait, Nick! You don't think she did it, do you?
No, nothing like that.
She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute, and really great, and cute.
I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right?
Yeah, the two of us, we were playing with her ball.
A ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me.
So about this ball, it's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the challenge job that day. Pearly really loves to play with that ball.
She loves to play with that ball, huh?
When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box.
The clothing box?
Yeah, Pearly's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about.
The clothing box in the side room, huh? Well, thank you, Maya. You have been most enlightening. Sounds like a mom defending her rebellious child. Yeah, except Pearl is, like, nothing even remotely like that from what I can tell.
Ah! Ah! Hey, wait, please, Lotta.
She ran off into the manor.
Lotta.
Ah! Hey! I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust.
Alright, to the side room. I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction. It doesn't look like she's here. Hold up. It's Pearl's ball. Maya said that it's always kept in the clothing box. So then what's it doing on the floor? Pearl's favorite toy. She was playing with this at the time of the murder, it seems. It's a clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. Wonder what's inside.
Ah! What? What were you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person, just another piece of human trash I needed a hole to crawl into.
So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh, man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen, so then this could... Well then... The plot she thickens. Why is a full-grown woman trying to get into a clothing box? Because she's trying to hide from me, and she tried to hide in the locker, but she realized that she still left scratch marks there, so I was able to find her. Now she's on the hook. Okay, so back to...
Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now.
What person?
You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair.
Ah, she means Lotta.
She said, don't look at me with them eyes, but I'm not that scary, am I?
I don't think that's quite what she meant.
Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me.
Oh. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. This is not helping, but... Let's go ahead and present the Magatama. Hold on. It's the middle in case you can't just leave town on a trip. Yeah, I think so too. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay?
But what if I can't just tell you what happened?
Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound?
What? You can do that?
You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you?
Yes.
Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? You were here, weren't you, Pearls, in the winding way?
Wow, you got it.
Hold on. Something else seems a bit off. Okay, never mind. We're fine. So, do you think you can tell me now?
I'm sorry, not yet.
Ah, man, oh man. Okay, what next? Alright, I think I know what you're doing there.
Do you really know that much?
Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearls was doing in the winding way? You were playing with this ball, right?
Ah, that's right. How did you know?
Maya told me that you love to play with your ball.
Yeah, I was playing with my ball.
Uh-huh. And then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad.
But what do you mean, something? Nothing happened.
This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. This urn. It It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the Karine technique is sealed in here, isn't it?
Yes.
What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there.
Please don't tease me.
Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet.
It's a really old urn, isn't it?
I guess.
It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks.
Her voice is shaking.
How can you tell that the urn has been broken?
Well... Who started the Karine channeling technique?
Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Amy.
That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know?
How do I spell her name? I don't know.
It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn. And made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together again. Oh, good. I needed that.
Around Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the Winding Way with my ball.
And that's when you broke the urn?
Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Amy's spirit fly away.
Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay?
I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so...
You thought you could put them back together and no one would notice?
Yes. I found some glue and brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there.
The hallway? You mean the Winding Way?
Yes. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by.
I see. So, about how long did it take you? It must have been a nasty repair job.
Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. When I'd finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor.
So that's around when Lana and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder.
When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick?
You think you would? What is it, Pearls?
I'm gonna get banished, aren't I?
I really don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I bet Mystic Amy's happy to be free from that cramped urn.
Yeah, I hope so.
No harm done, and a happy resolution. Phew. Alright. Let's see if Lotta Hare has managed to flee the scene yet. I think I've found out everything I can, but I can't see how it all adds up. And is Eenie Meiny being here just a coincidence? How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Enie's sister. It's too convenient. I wish I knew a little more about Enie, but where am I going to find info like that?
You can't be bothered to look over trash like me. Is that it, Mr. High and Mighty?
Lotta.
Oh, so you finally noticed.
I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word.
Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump of one around like this.
Thanks.
But, you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following or chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see... Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya really badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out, too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Ah, thank goodness. I'm still... what? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know. Gibberish. Now then, lot of heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free. Lotta not taking money? Now I know this one's an alien clone. If Maya's not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck, ain't it obvious it's that a cult freak? You mean Eenie Miney? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That Granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So Lotta suspects Eenie, which means she might have already found some info about our mysterious Eenie. Okay, so let's... That's Eenie Miney, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. You know, actually, I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I had heard as much. I'd also heard that Eenie was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Karine Village. You don't say. That's one sneaky gal, if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? You're darn tootin', I want you to tell me more about her. Speaking of Eenie, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? Ha ha ha! It'll cost you, and it'll cost a lot. Oh, silly me. Here I thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't actually go there. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds... Ugh. I don't mean... Look, don't blame this on... Oh, no, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Better go check out this hottie clinic. Alright, I gotta adjust my seat here. Give me a moment. There we go. So this is where Eenie was hospitalized. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Yes, are you a doctor here? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes, so what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eenie Miney. Miss Miney? Miss Eenie Miney? Yes, Oh, her. It's too bad. I'll tell you something, that girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Sweetums, calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that Sweetum things with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat.
Okay, I've got it. I got it. Yes. Yes? Uh-huh.
Don't yes me. Who in the world are you?
I'm Director Hottie. Oh.
The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to is this guy. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic?
Yes. We treat all sorts of, doctory clinical stuff. Yes.
The doctory clinical stuff.
Well, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details. Yes, what does that look for? Yes, there's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here.
You do surgeries here, right?
Yes, we do some plastic surgery here, it seems.
It seems?
Yes. It seems that way.
What do you know about Miss Eenie Miney?
Now you're talking. Yes. That girl, she was transferred from the general hospital.
From the general hospital to here? What kind of surgery did she need?
Yes. Well, she needed surgery. It was really bad. Really bad.
So what kind was it?
Yes. Well, no. You see, that is something I can't tell you.
So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. quote-unquote director.
See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's in all those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes?
I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. There's gotta be something I can show to this old coot. Alright.
Miss Eenie is really cute in this picture. You'd agree, right?
Yeah, sure.
I wish I could see her again. Maybe the next time she has a big accident. Yes.
I'll tell her for you.
Yes, please. I'll be waiting for her. Yes, waiting.
About this person.
I feel like somewhere. I've seen her before somewhere, I think. Well, when she comes tomorrow for consultation, I'm sure we can get reacquainted.
I don't believe this. Or maybe the newspaper article. So what do you know about this?
I see this and my mind's blank. Yes, it's boring, that's why. Boring. Yes, how do I put it? If you had more, attractive items. Yes.
Attractive, huh?
What's this?
I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder.
Yes. What's with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes.
The trial's tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you.
Is that right? Well, I think I can let you in on a little secret.
What's that?
Yes. Actually, I'm not the real director.
Are you kidding? Anyone with a half a fly's brain knew that.
What do you mean?
Do I have to explain this to him?
Well, hold on. I'll give you something. Real information, okay? I'm actually this clinic's... See, I'm like this place's walking dictionpedia.
You mean walking encyclopedia?
Yeah, that. And my specialty is in young, silky smooth, hottie patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it.
Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself?
Anyway, you wanted to know about little Miss Eenie Miney, right?
Little Miss Eenie Miney?
That girl. I remember her especially well. Really, especially, very well.
Please tell me what you know
About Eenie Miney. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right. She was transferred here from the General Hospital. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases.
What was she ill with?
Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that.
A huge injury?
Her whole body was wrapped around and around in bandages, and her arm was in a cast.
That sounds pretty severe, all right.
Yes, it was an accident. An accident. They're scary, yes? Cars. Yes.
Car. You mean it was a traffic accident?
Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked it all up. I did. It was terrible. Yes.
Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation.
Are you talking about Miss Enie's operation?
Yes, Miss Eenie. Excuse me.
That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like bad toast. It was bad. Very bad.
What, was it really that bad?
It was a good thing that Miss Eenie had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together.
Picture?
That girl, see, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes.
Oh.
So, see, I got her picture as a way to remember her. Yes. Well, more like swiped.
Breach of ethics? Oh, wait.
What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has lots of pictures of herself.
Sure.
It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious.
What happened to the actual license itself?
Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car, Yes.
So you looked up information about Enie's accident, correct?
Yep, sure did. Yes. I read every paper that covered it at the time.
What kind of accident was it? Do you remember?
Yes. Hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean.
You have it?
Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so...
Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn on how to stay on a lead from this guy.
Here we go. Yes.
Goodness, I did not know that Gollum was in here. LOL.
According to this, Miss Eenie was in the passenger seat.
The passenger seat, huh?
And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute, a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eenie fought with the door, finally got it to open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Stream started buffering for some reason. Had to check what was going on. I think the storm is messing with the Wi-Fi. Understandable. A new clue. I should probably look this over.
It's been half a year since Miss Eenie had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year.
It's already been a year and a half, huh? Or half a year, rather. Not a year and a half. Gosh.
Yes. So how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, well then, I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eenie I said hi, okay? Yes.
It's time for me to leave, too. Yes. Okay, yes, it's definitely time to leave. Igor from... Not Persona, I hope, because that... He seriously reminds me nothing of that Igor. Okay, let's take a look at the new evidence that he submitted. Oh, hold on. Ah. Let's see, late last night, two women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Okay, Miss Eenie Miney holds an interview about crash. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this huge crash and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Eenie Miney is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miney. Mimi Miney was the nurse at Gray's surgical clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? More at 11. Except this is a newspaper, so more next week's edition. Ah, Frankenstein had a horrible hunchback monster called Igor, the scientist, not the actual monster. Gotcha. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? Y'all ain't looking so well. Oh, yeah, so earlier, that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. But honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seat and controlling the village folk. And now you see what it's turned into. A murder? That's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat. Yep, right now the master is this medium named Misty Faye, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? So I hear the master's always been the eldest daughter? The eldest daughter? Turns out that old bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh? They say the older sister's usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things, too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master? Disgraceful. Wow, I had no idea. So what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Ma's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Do you know where Eenie is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. Alright, to the meditation room, to the winding way. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face? Alright, so... Oh, wrong button. Take that! Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep, and, like, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. Eni just asked whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? Who else would it be? I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Alright. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says, Miss Eenie Miney holds interview about crash. Ah! You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait! What now? That's not me! Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Eenie Miney, is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Miney, is in here, too. Like, totally? Wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? Thank you. This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. Yes. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director! Now, are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure, but that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And? That woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... I believe it was your sister, Mimi Miney. Mimi? You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? I don't know. Are you able to adjust the stream quality to make it lower, to make it buffer less? Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back. I wonder. This does give Eni a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. It seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Well. Alright, so... Nobody's here. No nice words for her right now. Yep, that sounds about right. Back to meditation room. No, I didn't want to go to Winding Way. And to go to Karayan Village. Here we go. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone!
Ow! Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt.
Pearl, dear, it is perfectly all right. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too! No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But...
Aw, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. It's a real pistol.
Detective, do not upset me further.
Sorry.
Poor Gumshoe being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow. Mother. Mother, this has never happened before. Pearls. Mr. Nick, I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Who reminds you of a more rough style Matsumoto, and who is Matsumoto? Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be all right. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side. Her stare is really piercing. Ugh. Alright, so to the detention center. Gumshoe reminds... Oh. Why can I not remember Matsumoto from Death Note? The only ones I remember Matsuda. The one that L was frequently complaining of his idiocy. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia! So, how are the preparations? Matsuda, you had the wrong name. Okay. Yeah, I can see it a little bit. Bulkier, more rough around the edges, but ultimately kind of the same personality. Or at least a similar one. So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. Yeah, and I'm gonna carry that weight. If memory serves, Mia had a few psyche locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try.
Mia? Yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. Why do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like, how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started. Which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think, in any case. Maya's already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true. But if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling? This case is all about spirit channeling. And I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor Mystic Amy Faye required. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. I hope I pronounced that correct. Lady Catherine, shush. You are very loud. I don't even know what you want. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Quran sacred urn. It usually sits in the winding way and has her name written on it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Phoenix, it's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Alright. Psst, psst, psst. Here, kitty. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you, isn't that right? Yes. Alright then, tell me who you think I'm protecting. Who would you be protecting? I think you're trying to protect this person? Phoenix, don't let me down like this. I'm sorry. Maya's life is on the line. Concentrate harder. Mia's especially strict today. So, have you gathered with your thoughts? Alright, then tell me who you think I'm protecting. Okay. Nope, not her either. Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the winding way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes, but when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone else changed her clothes. Changed her clothes, but why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood! And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that this piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key, and yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve, and both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? Eeny Miny. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eeny Miny were in cahoots. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this, but Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eeny Miny is involved somehow, but we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there's only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She's the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fay. Mia and Maya's mother. Why would she bring her up now? Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Alright, and that is where we're going to end tonight, which is pretty much exactly when I expected to end, so that works out great. Let's see here. I'm going to see if there's someone online that I wish to raid right now. Thank you. Yeah, we will be back. Okay, we've got Unknown Dynasty playing Marvel's Spider-Man right now. That's always a good watch, so we'll go ahead and raid this person. In the meantime, this is Dr. Novelle signing out for the evening. I will be back on Sunday. Haven't entirely decided what to stream then, but I'll let you know. In the meantime, you guys have a good week, and we'll begin the raid now.